Hi, I'm Siti from Smart Excel. This is our second video, P4 question, chapter 1, whole numbers, question 2. Alright, this is a before and after model. Let's read the question. Mr. Chen has $800. His son has $40. Mr. Chen gave some money to his son such that in the end he has twice as much money as his son. So A question is asking how much money does he give to his son, and your B question is how much money does Mr. Chen give to his son. Alright, this is a before and after model where you have two scenarios: before he gives to the son and after he gives to the son. Like I told you in my previous video, we have these three steps that we always follow. Number one is the subject. Okay, subject again is the what they talk about. In these particular questions, they talk about Mr. Chen, the father, and the son. Alright, two. So in these questions, we need to draw two models. Then number two, we have to label, means every information given in this question we need to label it in the model itself. And lastly, number three is the question mark. Alright, okay, let's begin. This is our before model. Alright, before model, you have Mr. Chen with $800. So you maybe, I like to just put F for father. When we draw model, please do not do full name Mr. Chen, when you have the word elephant, spell the word elephant. No, we don't do that. We write abbreviation, the first letter, because it's all about timing. Whatever we do now is about train our kids to be good time management in your exam, especially all this is accumulated for their heading PSLE. Alright, so when we have that, but in some questions where they have Siti, Sally, Susie, so we have all the S's. So I always advise my student to do, maybe Siti you put SI, the Susie you put SU, and Sally you put SA, the second one. Alright, so it really cuts the time, make it more efficient. Alright, so the father here, they have $800, 800, and the son, S for son, so this is the 40. This is the first statement. Okay, every time we do model, we always translate sentence by sentence. Next will be Mr. Chen gives some money to the son such that in the end he has twice as much as the son, meaning he is having 3 units, whereas the son will have 1 unit. So in our after model, the father gives some money to the son, we can indicate that arrow. Alright, so father will in the end give 3 unit, left with 3 unit, the son will left with 1 unit. Alright, that's the after result model. So now the question is the question mark, right? The third step, the question mark. So how much more money, how much money does he give to the son in the end? How much money does the son have in the end? So this is our A question mark. Okay, let's indicate that. The next one is how much money does Mr. Chen give to the son? So this is the one that they want to know. Okay, so how do we do this? Alright, when it comes to a transfer model, alright, this is transfer, the father give to the son, or some scenarios of other questions where they can say tank A transfer, or we pour some water from tank A to tank B. Alright, and they ask what's a transfer. So in this kind of question, we need our child to understand when we transfer money or when we transfer water, when there is no loss at all, when it's no loss, no water spilled or no spending, means the total remains the same. right? The before total and the after total remains the same. So that's the key number one that your child needs to know. So these two total will be the same. So our first step is to find the total. So with the 800 we plus with 40, where we get 840. We can indicate here $840. Okay, now when you want to find, okay, the first A questions, they ask what does the son have in the end, which is this, isn't it? So from we look at the after model, what do we notice? We will see, we must always tell our child to get what is the equivalent to the 840. Always find equivalent. From equivalent means how many unit is equal to the dollars, or how many units is equals to the number of fruits, you know. So that is equivalent where they need to find. So in these questions we can see is the equivalent is 640, where is actually 4 unit, right? Can we see? So this is actually 4 unit equivalent to 840. So they can do here 4 unit is 840. So we find 1 unit, which is the sun, isn't it? This is 1 unit, so we can just put an A here. This is your A already. So we have 840 divided by 4. This will give us 210. Alright, so that's our A questions. Your B questions is they ask how much money does Mr. Chen give to the son, means they're asking for the transfer. How much does the transfer is? Okay, this is a second concept that your child needs to know. When we talk about transfer, your child needs to know that whatever money, must always know who is the giver. In this question, the father is the giver, right or not? The father is the giver. So usually I get my student to circle the giver with the father. So you need to know how much does the father have at first, and you need to know how much the father have in the end, and we minus it off. The difference is the amount that the father give to the son. This concept we need to explain quite slowly to the child so that they can understand why we minus it off. So we already know the father at first. We need to find out the father in the end. We don't know, but we can find out. So how do we do? The father in the end is 3 unit, right? So we just find 3 unit will be 210 times 3, right? This will give us 630, sorry, 630, 630, sorry, 630. Then you want to find the difference, means you take the 800, you minus 630, that will give us $270. Okay, sorry, maybe I do more proper. $170. Alright, so this is how we do the questions for this question 2. I hope the explanation is clear and easy enough for you to understand and explain to your child so that you can coach them better at home. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.